So basic movement patterns constitute vibrating the energy body in a patterned movement that corresponds to sacred geometry, that corresponds to balance. Balance is essential. It's like having balance in your expression is essential for you to be who you are. It's I asked the Father, what should I do? And the Father is your inner guidance, your inner one, the light that is you, your true you, the light love. And basically, myself said, be taut upon your pull, which is pulling and balancing between both poles of your body system, so that you're tight on a rope between your crown and your root, so that energy pools properly. Because there's two forms of movement in this universe. There's only two. I know, it's pretty funny. Everyone gets confused. They're like, oh no, what to do? Where do we go? How do we do it? Well, two forms: counterclockwise spiral and clockwise spiral. So based on which hemisphere you are, or based on which location in the universe, certain forms of movement will do different things. The counterclockwise, based on this hemisphere, because we're north of the equator, is a pooling or a condensing and a tightening of the energy body. Clockwise would be the opposite. Would be like, so you'd start at a still point, bigger, go bigger, and bigger, and then you start at a spot and come into a tight spot. Compression and expansion. So expansion, compression. So when you breathe in, right, you're breathing in, counterclockwise, in, the breath is coming in, coming down, spinning and condensing into your diaphragm, into your lungs, but you're using the diaphragm as your fulcrum, so to speak, of your breath process, because you're pulling, it's getting extended out, and because it extends out, it pulls. So you're condensing your electrical current that you get from your breath. Like when you breathe something in, you're getting all these little oscillating light that are the oxygen molecules, the hydrogen molecules, nitrogen, CO2, every different molecule that is floating around. Well, it's not really floating because everything is held in perfect balance between every opposite. Everything is just equal pressures. It's like if all of a sudden I put a really hot thing in the corner of this room, I don't know, something, doesn't matter, it would change equalize the pressures of the room, and the air would shift, right? But if you have two rooms and they're the exact same temperature and they're the exact same equilibrium, then there's no movement of air. But you put a cold chunk of ice in one and a hot iron bar in the other, they're going to swirl the air through the room. And so when we breathe in, we're pulling in that electrical potential with whatever we use. So you bring it in, it spirals into your body system, and then you release, spirals out of your system. And so it's about understanding the two different forms of movement in this universe, because it's supposed to be simple. If it isn't simple, it isn't practical. If it isn't practical, it isn't spiritual. If it isn't spiritual, it isn't universal. So it's like all these weird idea systems that a lot of parts of self are putting out there that are very complicated. They're bullshit. They're BS. We created this universe to have fun and to live in the present and to be physical and to enjoy our existence, not to be theorizing or pontificating all the different cosmic thises and that's. It's not useful. It's like if you're not spending time building your energy body and enhancing your movement capabilities, you're missing the point of being in a body. You're missing it. And if you miss it, what greater sin is there? That's what sin actually means. It means when the archer misses the mark. Whoa. It's like, well, why are we here in this universe? Why do I have this body? I don't know. I'm just going to sit around and think about it. Okay. It's a mind trap. Okay, when we didn't have bodies, that's what we did. We sat around. Well, we didn't really sit around. We allowed our consciousness to contemplate. And that's what we did. We didn't have bodies to move around. It's like we created local sensing vehicles to play in them, to enjoy the movement patterns that are capable of this body. So we could enjoy it as a gift, because it's a gift. It is the most amazing gift that there possibly could be. Because when you're the universe and you're so expensive and you're so huge, like the only way to sense and feel the slower or the tighter, slower vibrations is to have a 3D form. It's the only way you can feel. It's the only way you can feel. And feeling is amazing. It's a gift. It's a gift to feel. It's a gift to be able to be present and enjoy our existence together. It's a gift. It's what this whole experience is about. It's what it's all about. To be present in the now and know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you're wandering around in a state of unknowing, and you're confused, and you're fearful, and you can't manifest or project your energy properly. And if you can't manifest or project your energy properly, you're always in lack, you're always suffering, and you're always manifesting harm against your own body system and your brothers and sisters' body systems. It's like we manifest our own demons by the way we think. When we forgot that we were God, we started to kill ourselves. You know the snake that eats its tail? That's us. We're the energy body. There's only one energy body, the Holy Ghost. All is electricity, all is moving light, all is vibrating, oscillating light, everything. And so by our thought processes, we move in certain patterns that cause the insanity. It's very humbling to know that we are the cause of all the ills and pain and suffering in this whole universe. You might go, oh, but Stalin did this and Hitler did that. Well, Stalin and Hitler are you and me. We're the same. The only difference is their interpreter that expressed who they were thought that they were that, and they thought that they were this. And so they moved according to that certain idea system. But they're no different. We're all the same energy. We're all the same entity. The only difference is they move a little harsher. But they're still us. So in reality, we're responsible for every insanity that's ever happened to any part of ourselves. Every single one. All of them. So to judge a part of yourself for being crazy, that's crazy. It's like love yourself. Because everything is yourself. Everything. The chair, the stool, the air, the sun, the plants, everything. Everything is vibrating, oscillating light. Everything is light energy. Everything is you. Everything is me. There's no separation. The only reason why we think there's separation is because we think there's separation. Because we've been conditioned in this realm of consciousness to think we're separate. Oh, I'm Joe. You know, I don't care about Sally because Sally's different than me. Well, Joe, Sally is you in a different body, in a female polarity-like body. You have a male polarity-like body, but she has a female polarity-like body, but you're the same entity. She just expresses differently because she thinks differently. You express differently because you think differently. It's about coming back to knowing. Coming back to our oneness. Reconnecting with ourselves. Reconnecting with love. If we reconnect with love, everyone gets everything. We live in fear, we destroy everything. Fear causes greed and insanity. I need more, I need more, I need more. We live in an overabundant universe. Look at a seed. You plant it, it produces a tree. The tree has thousands of fruit. Each fruit has lots of seeds. That's from one seed. One constructive idea system benefits the whole. So share the love. Be there for people. Help them. When I say people is such a silly idea system. Be there for yourself. Stop selling your soul. Be there for yourself. Honor your brothers and your sisters because they're you. Love the Lord thy God with all your spirit, all your mind, your strength, and your soul. And love your brother as thyself. Because your brother is yourself. There's no separation. The only separation is the idea that they're separate. That is it. That is dualism. Dualism is, oh, there's two different